without any items.
Yeah, a lot of people choose to reset on stages like getting crash first, heat first, or even air first. These can be very challenging stages without items. And it looks like our racers are off. Arispici getting flash first, which is a great first stage to get. Always want to see that. It's an easy stage. Pretty much requires no items. Usually goes pretty smoothly. Dagit looks like he got heat first. This is a stage that I would probably reset myself, but looks like he's sticking through it. I think he did that for the last few races that he had, and it turned out pretty well. But heat stage is one that can be extremely precarious if you don't have items, especially item 2 for getting across these hazards in the last part of the stage.
Yep, the Thunderlords and Sniper Joe's not trolling him too bad in that first little lava segment.
Yeah, absolutely. The first part of this was pretty clean. I have seen some horrible enemy placements in that first section, and to be honest, Thunderlords and Sniper Joe's probably among some of the tamer ones.
And by horrible, you mean hilarious.
Everything that happens in this is hilarious. So as you can see, Dagit making his way through these Yoku block sections in heat stage. This is why item 1 or item 2 are just so valuable in this stage. Whereas Arispici here getting to Bubble Man in the flash chamber here. Bubble Man has an interesting mechanic. You'll notice that he kind of pauses sometimes before he starts moving again, and that's because Bubble Man won't actually move until Mega Man is on the same level, at horizontal level here as Bubble Man.
Pop in that early E-Tank.
So, Tech, what do you hope to see in today's races? Enemy-wise, challenge-wise, any of those kind of things. You got some hopes. You got some dreams.
I'm a big fan of those robot chickens.
Definitely.
Definitely. My. Oh no.
Oof. All right. Well, Dagit taking a little bit of a tumble there to Quickman. Can't really blame him though. It's kind of difficult to get through that stage at first, so can be a little bit hard going in with less than 4.
Indeed.
Anyway, I'm sorry I interrupted you.
A little bit of a spammy boy. Anyways, the Atomic Chickens are a favorite of mine, and strategy-wise, I love some good pause buffering action.
Oh yeah, always good. For anybody who doesn't know, in Mega Man 2, if you pause the game, it kind of resets your fall velocity, so you can kind of almost hover in Mega Man 2 if you do it right. So that's always a really fun mechanic to see, and usually you'll see that used pretty wisely by some of our more experienced runners.
A very purple set of stages so far between Heat, Flash, and Woodman.
Yeah, that is correct. Dagit testing the crash barrier weakness very quickly. I don't know if you saw it there, but he did turn around momentarily to check whether or not it was Buster Weak, and it is.
Always a nice little treat when it is, though.
Absolutely, but if Kame's playing, it'll never be Buster.
Oh, of course not. The game knows. It's programmed.
So Dagit actually having a little bit better of a time than he did the other day for his second stage here, getting Flash second. The worst thing I think to me, and it's one of my biggest fears, is going to either Heat or Crash second and just not being able to get through that stage. So seeing the second stage being like an easier stage is a big relief. Arispici getting through wood here, and it's actually one of the longer stages in the game. So it's kind of hard to judge, where these folks are at in regards to each other.
Indeed, and it's not really until I think we get to the conclusion of the 8 robos that one can tell conclusively.
Dagit being super smart here and using the air shooter to finish Bubble Man off. Bubble Man won't move because Dagit's not on the same level as him. Mega Man didn't get to the same horizontal position here. And he just kind of shot air shooter right up at him, and he happened to be weak to it. And yeah, it's just super safe. Arispici though getting rewarded with item 3. This could come in.
And that's our first item of the game.
Oh man, now this is what I was talking about. Crash stage without having item 1 or 2. Item 3 makes it a little bit better, but honestly, it's not really a help in the elevator rooms. And because this is zipless, we are going to see those elevator rooms.
So usually, if I remember correctly, it's the enemies that show up in the first screen are what we're going to see.
Right.
In the elevator rooms.
Yeah. So Mega Man 2 has kind of spawn tables, if you will, and so the enemy on the first screen of this stage occupies the same slot as enemies on the second or on the elevator screens. The reason why sometimes you don't see enemies appear on these screens is because sometimes what happens is there is a these screens are have spawners, and if there's a despawner, then what happens is nothing appears if there's a spawner and a despawner. So sometimes these screens will be empty. These well, I like to call them duck fists because this is duck fists kind of the icon he uses, but these propeller heads can be really a pain in the elevator rooms if you don't have any kind of items to get through. So Arispici's got to be really careful here not to get knocked off. Oh my god! This is the kind of randomness that is just oh god, you just need to see this kind of thing happen, especially in these elevator.
And those prop tops, they're buster susceptible, which is good, but the constant respawn is not.
Yeah, he's got to be very careful. I think if he can just get to this other edge here, he can hop up the ladder, and he does. Oh, okay, second time around makes it through. That's great.
We can breathe.
Indeed. I'll tell you what, I am hoping myself to, I'm being a little bit evil today, I'm hoping to see some flying seafood in some of our stages, and I definitely would like to see some, I believe somebody, I can't remember who, but somebody called them Dollar Store Metroids. I really like that. I am definitely going to steal it. I'm definitely stealing that. I am definitely stealing that, so I would love to see some Dollar Store Metroids and some flying seafood.
See, I call them sky blenders, but that's just me, though I may also have to appropriate.
Looks like
looking like it's behaving pretty well. Only a couple pips of energy use. It doesn't drain the entire thing.
Yeah, he very fortunate that he has this. It's really difficult to get past these frogs if they're not buster susceptible or buster weak. If they're immune to buster, it's almost impossible to get past those frogs there. Especially without item 1 or 2 to get you up the left side of this climb.
And now, kind of shadowing Arispici, Dagit is going to make his way through.
Yeah, let's see how he handles.
Only item 3.
Indeed, let's see how he handles this one. Also, some Flashman music in Crash Stage. I'm digging it. How about you guys? For anybody who doesn't know, the randomizer here randomizes a lot of things, and I'm sure we'll go over a lot of that as the race progresses, but one of the things that is randomized is actually the music, the track selection. So there is a number of different tracks, including some from other games and some from X series that you can actually get while playing the randomizer. So seeing or hearing Flash stage music in Crash is kind of weird, but I'm digging it.
I have to say my personal favorite is when Rainbow Road pops up in a stage.
That's definitely a popular one. Oh, and Arispici gets item 2 for his troubles, so yeah, looking like he might be set up for using item 2 here in Bubble and also being able to use item 2 in Heat. So definitely an advantage versus what Dagit had to do in Heat stage. Dagit also taking a fall at the same spot that Arispici did. Those, I guess a lot of people call them toothpaste dispensers. I believe they are actually just worms, worm makers or something. I don't know the exact official name, but getting hit by that and falling down that screen.
They are squirms.
Squirms. Well, I learned something new. So you can see how Dagit actually did kill the frog enemy from the left side, and now he is using the pause buffer to get to the right side.
Sweet pause buffer action.
Tech is happy.
Yes.
Well, I've got some dollar store Metroids and seafood, although they're not flying, they're kind of underwater, but I'm enjoying this bubble stage. So.
Some V8. Looks like
yeah.
juice.
So because this is zipless, in most of the previous tournaments, you don't see that section of Bubble, that section underwater in Bubble. And it's because there's a really long zip there that kind of takes you through most of that section. Here in zipless, we have to kind of suffer through the walk here through the water. And one of the interesting things about Mega Man 2 and Mega Man 1 incident is that underwater movement is actually about 3/4 the speed of normal movement. So it's very slow.
Somebody in chat, Mayo Rabbit, asking where the Doom music is at.
That is a very good question. If anybody can transcribe Doom music to compressed Mega Man 2 audio format, you could always put it in.
I'm sure we'd be very happy to have it.
This is one of my favorite songs on that is being played right now in Quick Stage. In fact, this might be the song that is used in No Constancy's Quick Stage as well, if I'm remembering correctly. I'm probably not. It might. Creed will probably tell me and correct me, but I'm not sure. But it's a good song.
Ooh, let's see how Airman is. We might get some blue skies. Oh, Sky Blenders or Dollar Store Metroids. There you go, Squid.
There they are in Air Stage 2. What a fantastic enemy to have in Air Stage. You just love being harassed by these things constantly. Yeah, I think you've got to be very careful about this. And in fact, he's got Flash Stopper. I might opt for using Flash Stopper here. I'm sorry. I should respect the lore. Time Stopper. My bad, guys.
Oh, please.
Listen, Tech, you got to respect the lore.
Oh, and a game over, too. That's unfortunate.
Yeah, another reason why I tend to like having items coming into Air Stage, because Air Stage can be a mixed bag. You don't know what you're going to get here. Sometimes it could be smooth and easy, you just walk right through. Other times you get Metroids coming out of the sky at you, or flying crabs. So, yeah. Dagit making quick work here of Metal in Quick Stage, it looks like. Looked like he was Buster Weak there.
Another fall for Arispici. I hope I'm pronouncing his name correctly.
I hope I am too, but I don't know if that's correct or not. If anybody in chat knows and I'm saying it wrong, or Tech is saying it wrong, just go ahead and tell us.
Oh, it looks like he summoned LV Creed.
This music in on that Dagit is going through a metal stage, I believe this is Bubble Man's music from No Constancy. Also one of my favorite tunes.
See, and we will keep the well, one, we're keeping the audio on Dagit right now because we don't really know who's ahead. and it gives y'all an opportunity to appreciate all of the music tracks that are randomly selected for this scene.
Indeed. Dagit making some very nice jumps here to get over those bats while using item 2 to get past this kind of slow part of Metal Man's. It looks like Arispici's actually gotten to the second half of Airman stage now too, which is great. And we have bunny rabbits. Very Buster Week bunny rabbits.
Bunny rabbits and bats.
Woodman inside of Metal Man's chamber, actually one of the tougher fights, depending on how Woodman can behave and whether or not he's Buster Weak. Trying to hit Woodman in between his shields here while on the conveyor belt can be quite a challenge.
So Wood and Metal Man, wouldn't that make it the sawmill?
Yeah, it seems like a bad place for Woodman to be. So if I'm reading this
Airman stage, is this even randomized?
I was about to say, if I was reading this correctly, I believe item 1 has to be an Airman stage. So Arispici getting, of course, rewarded with that item 1 would have probably been useful in Crashman stage, but at least we have it now. He'll be able to use that probably in Heatman stage if he needs to get past those first Yoku blocks.
Speaking of Time Stopper and its usage, we see Dagit pulling it out, trying to help deal with these dollar store Metroids.
Yeah, nothing worse than dying before getting the checkpoint in this stage. Definitely want to take it slow. Slow is better than dying, even if it isn't, the fastest that you can go here in this stage. Definitely better than dying and even game overing. You may have noticed also in Airman stage here, for those who are new and might have noticed, there were no Thunderlord platforms in the first half of Airman stage, and that's because, unfortunately, they do not behave well with other enemy spawns, and can sometimes make it impossible to get across the stage. So the stage was actually modified to include platforms where those Thunderlords would have been.
I think Dagit's going to see some, between his cleaner performance in this stage and then in Crashman, I think he will see some time advantage over Arispici at the end of the 8 robos.
Yeah, considering both of them went to Crash with nothing but item 3, it looks like they Nobleman was given a real clear advantage there. I think that Arispici will be able to make up some time over Dagit in Heat Stage because of all the items that are available. Otherwise, yeah, Dagit, it looks like Dagit is slightly ahead.
And what's this music, Squid?
I don't know. What is this music?
I know it's from Mega Man 1.
It is. Care to take a guess?
I think it's Gutsman.
Ooh.
No.
Sorry,
no,
that was a wrong answer.
Creed is probably rolling over in in his chair right now.
Yes, I'm a big fan of Mega Man 1, so I always love it when Mega Man 1 tracks get put into the Mega Man 2 randomizer. This happens to be Fireman's.
Fireman, okay. Well, I had a 1 in 6 chance and I blew it. Dagit traversing the watermelon bubbles. Let's see how Arispici is doing with Metal Man, picking up a nice health refill.
Choosing to use item 2 to get to the boss chamber.
I like how Arispici is using Roll-Chan as their sprite. The randomizer has options for Mega Man as the OG, Roll-Chan, Bass, and Proto Man.
Right, and since this is just an aesthetic change, it has no bearing on actual performance. So our runners are free to choose what character sprite they would like. Dagit doing a little bit of weakness hunting for Heatman here. Looks like Heatman does not really take a lot of damage from Buster, and so pretty smart to do that weakness hunting since it is his last row of Master. Finds that Bubble is actually a really good weakness.
Hey, Squidman, do you know what that high-pitched squelching sound means?
It means that Tech is commentating, and that also it's time to guess the color of our dragon.
Thanks. Thank you.
You're very welcome.
Yes, it is time to guess the color and, for bonus points, the weakness of the Mecha Dragon coming up. Squid, any guesses?
Of course, it's gonna be hot pink, and it's gonna be weak to let's say Leaf Sheep.
Alright, I am going to go with Moldy Bread Blue.
Penicillin Blue. I love it.
Yes, Penicillin Blue with highlights of Stanley Yellow. And it is going to be weak to Metal Blade.
So you can see Arispici here being able to use item 1s to get past all those Yoku blocks in the first section of this Yoku block part, and then using item 2 to get past the rest here. Definitely faster than what Dagit actually had done.
Let's see what waits Dagit on the climb here. Stationary item 1, this seed.
Oh, good. Well, I guess stationary item 1 isn't so bad in a zipless tournament, but when you're in a tournament full of zips, oh man, that stationary item 1 just crushes your soul.
A disappointment. What soul, Squid?
Well, you know, it's just a saying, a manner. It's a figure of speech.
Right, we're about to find out how that dragon looks.
Oh, wow. That does look pretty moldy. Kind of moldy to me.
The Penicillium dragon it is. Not Buster, so we're going to go weakness hunting.
And he finds metal immediately. This is actually my preferred strat. I like to test Buster, and then I go to metal and crash because they're very easy to test right away. And usually the ammo consumption on metal is pretty low, so if metal ends up being the weakness, you generally don't end up using a lot of ammo to kill the boss, which is good for the rest of the stages because, of course, like most Mega Man games, once you're in the castle stages, your weapon energy does not get refilled from stage to stage, so weapon energy management is pretty crucial.
I'm just pretty excited I got the Moldy Dragon and weakness correct. So, LV Creed, I know he's lurking in chat. Squid, do you know what music this is on Dagit's stream right now?
I actually don't remember off the top of my head what track this is.
I mean, we just can't get good commentary these days.
All right, Dagit testing the wall weaknesses here to pick up that extra E-tank. Finds that charged heat is our weakness of the day here.
That
E-tank
charge heat seems like it was taking its sweet time to charge too.
Yeah, unfortunately, not a supercharged heat, which can happen. You can have your heat be just charged by default, so you just press the fire button and you get a fully charged heat to come out. Sometimes it can take several seconds for the heat to fully charge, and it looks like we're kind of closer to that several seconds here.
Ooh,
wow,
suicide drop.
Dagit doing a suicide drop. Oh my gosh, I did not know he was going to do that. That kind of gave me a mini heart attack. Dagit taking an E-tank, as is tradition.
Bubble weakness it is. Let's see, Arispici. Oh, he is weakness hunting for the dragon right now. Finds Metal Blade.
It looks like both of our runners found metal, so we will not see, unfortunately, what the second weakness to Dragon would have. Dagit, though, finding that Bubble is effective and does not use too much ammo. Looks like it uses a bit, but not too much. I've seen Bubble consume way more ammo, so I kind of find that to be a pretty acceptable weakness for people. See what our water here is in Wily 3.
Quick ammo refill.
Thank you, Siberian, for making that clip. I will make sure Dagit sees it.
Wily's tomato juice. Be careful, he took an uncharacteristic death on the spikes here last night.
Oh, did he? Oh, well, geez. Yeah, the spike fall, well, it is kind of, for at least if you were playing for the first time, can be kind of precarious. Usually when you're experienced with this, the spike fall is no problem. It actually is one of the big blocking points for people playing Burst Chaser mode in Mega Man 2 Randomizer. For folks who don't know, there are other options that you can pick for the Randomizer, including Burst Chaser mode, which basically makes Mega Man move like at 4 times the speed that he would normally move. Being able, or having to maneuver spikes going that fast is extremely difficult.
And hilarious.
And hilarious.
Where can you find the Mega Man 2 Rando? Well, fortunately, there is a fantastic Discord full of pretty awesome people. They're super friendly, super willing to help, and always welcoming of new people coming in.
Arispici wisely taking an E-tank here. The last thing you want to do is have to start at the midpoint of this stage. Looks like wood is another weakness for Pico here, but not a very effective one. Looks like it took at least 2 hits, so that kind of makes it not a very good weakness to use, and so Arispici has also defaulted to using Bubble here. Dagit using items to get across these spike fall pits, because in the Mega Man 2 Randomizer, the holes in the ground here in Wily 4 actually are randomized too, so you could end up falling into some spikes and taking some unfortunate deaths.
Alright, nothing in this first anxiety room. More purple though, I'm digging this color scheme. Let's see what awaits one screen below. Oh, not bad.
This
Well,
could be a problem.
Meant to fall.
Yeah, it looks like he did. He was going to use item 1 to get across. So normally this is how you do it in Mega Man 2 80%, is to use item 1. However, a lot of our runners have found item 2 to also be a very effective strategy in that. Ooh, Daggit's gotta be really careful. These tin cans can do a lot of damage to you. I believe the tin cans, when they pop off, do 4 damage, and the body hit from these things does 8. So he's got to be very careful. And that's exactly what I was afraid. However, finding that
one waiting in the walls.
Yeah, the one waiting in the walls is always nasty. However, quick boomerang looks like to one-shot them, so nice weakness on them.
So we know that charged heat is the weakness for the walls, but we're going to check and see if there's a quote-unquote god weakness for the boobies themselves.
What does that mean?
So that means that there are certain weapons that go through the walls and platforms themselves, so you can take out these boobies without having to destroy all of the wall barriers in between. Like Leaf Shield, or I believe Metal Blade?
Yeah, Leaf Shield and Metal Blade are the two that can travel like that, so it makes it very convenient when there's a Leaf Shield or a Metal Blade as the weakness of boot.
All in all, though, a very clean fight.
Well, Tech, you made a guess earlier about what Mega Man 1 music was playing. Would you like to take a second?
I'll take What Is Guts Man for 500.
There we are.
And here's your hot pink, too.
Ooh, yeah, Dagit taking another E-Tank here in refights. It is actually faster to go ahead and refill your life with an E-Tank than it is to continuously grab all of these, the refill drop. Of course, Dagit now being disqualified because he is going clockwise. It's a joke. That's a joke, everybody. It's a joke. He's not really.
And
for anybody who doesn't know, there's
thank you. My name's XRTech. I'll be commentating alone for the rest of the
just a joke. Just a joke. There's a friendly battle in the community as to whether or not clockwise or anti-clockwise is the quote correct way to go about the refights. I happen to be on anti-clockwise. Remember, Dagit finding that ultimate weakness to Heatman being bubble, really big advantage. And you'll see that Dagit is picking up these health drops now instead of using his E-Tank. That is likely because the machine may or may not be Buster Weak. And if it's not Buster Weak, you will have to do some more weakness hunting, and it can be pretty sketchy to fight the machine with other weapons. Sometimes it just doesn't cooperate.
Alright. Last refight here. See if Airman's a bro.
Oh, he definitely is. And Dagit is going for that health drop.
Arispici has to be a little careful with their health now, too. Last E-Tank.
Alright, machine was Buster Weak, so Dagit took it down no problem. And looks like he will be entering what has been fondly described as Victory Road. He may not go and refill, so he'll probably just go straight to the right. Going straight to the right means that Mega Man stays close to the right side of the screen transition, the camera does, so these acids that spawn actually will, you'll be able to just run past them without having to stop. So it just makes this area quicker.
And safer.
Alright, what color is our alien gonna be? Hot pink?
Purple. It's gonna be purple.
Well, it looks like you can both win on this one. All right, dagit trying the old page 2 gambit, something that I feel like I definitely coined here, but neither Metal nor Crash doing anything to this alien.
Nor Leaf.
Oh, and it looks like it's going to be charged heat. One of the last things to actually try because it takes so long to charge.
Yeah, it's not supercharged this time. But there we are. Dagit finishing with the official time of 35 minutes and 27 seconds. GG's in chat, please.
Yeah, get your GGs in chat, and let's go ahead and cheer on Arispici while he finishes up his refights and also takes on Victory Road. I'm just glad we get to hear a lot of Gutsman music. You guys love this, right?
It is pretty nice.
Some bubble-on-bubble action. That is definitely a recipe for lag.
There's no lag in these games, Squid. What are you talking about?
What have I been playing all these years?
Alright, last refight here. Nicely done, and onto the Wily machine. Alright, Aries on to the alien fight. Looks like they're headed to the left, pick up some of those ammo refills, just to be on the safe side, because we don't know what the weakness is going to be. Time stopper.
Yeah, also, for anybody who does not know, none of the castle bosses will be weak to Time Stopper. So, it's one of the few things that you will probably see a lot, very, very little of unless it's used to get past a... Alright,
GG's. And some exciting news here. Arispici improved their personal best by 3 minutes and 36 seconds, coming in with an official time of 38 minutes 45. So huge GG's. That's an awesome improvement.
Yeah, great race between these two runners. Not much in terms of you know, too much difficulties, but exciting nonetheless. I liked all the Metroids. Hopefully all right, looks like we're gonna take a very short break. we have created a new race room for these folks, and a new seat has been rolled. So we are just going to get these guys set up for race number 2.
Yeah, that was exciting. Fairly close as some of these races are wont to be. Looking forward to seeing what the next seed has to offer. This is a best 2 out of 3 tournament.
Yeah, I think had Arispici not fallen, I think there was 2 or 3 falls in Airman stage and a game over. This might have been a much. Unfortunately, that random luck of getting Airman without any items and having some really nasty enemies fall from the sky. Once again, the RNG factor here, proving that it doesn't matter your skill, you can still fall prey.
Take a quick second, stretch your legs, get up, move around a little bit, sit back down, and join us for race number 2.
Yeah. Actually, Tech, while we're here waiting for these runners to get set up and going with race number 2, maybe you would like to tell everybody exactly what is randomized in the Mega Man 2 randomizer.
Oh my goodness. It's almost easier to talk about what isn't randomized because we have randomization of the bosses, as far as their locations, their boss AI, your enemies, their spawn locations, their weaknesses, the location of the items, the music, colors. Oh my goodness. Some of the weapon get behavior, like item 1 can be stationary, it can move pretty quick, it could only appear on the screen briefly. The weaknesses of the wily bosses, so things like Pico and the dragon can have varied weaknesses. I'm sure I'm missing some, but there's a lot. If it can be randomized, pretty much it is.
Yep. There's also, as you guys are seeing right now, there's also a normal mode and an easy mode. These actually correspond to normal and difficult modes in Mega Man 2 US version. The differences being that in normal mode, things take half as much damage, or rather, you do half as much damage. Either way you want to look at it. So normal mode can be significantly more difficult, but this race, this year, this tournament, it's easy mode.